What's good, Internet? My name is Attack Slug, and welcome to Let's Mess with Overgrowth on the PC on Steam. As always, full disclosure, this copy of the game provided by the publisher. Now, this is on PC for $30. It is now in a 1.0. It is left early access. It is no longer early access, and I've heard a variety of complaints about that, but as someone who has not followed this game for the past 9 years, I'm going to hop in here and show you a little bit of what is in this version of Overgrowth. So in addition to your standard Overgrowth story, you have a remake of the Lugaru story, which was the game they put out before Overgrowth, and also a variety of mods and sandboxes and a versus mode and things you can download from the Steam Workshop. But I will hop into the base game here. I will hop into pretty much where I left off, just about. The load times, occasionally not great, but is what it is. I'm playing this on a reasonably decent PC, but the one thing I don't have is I don't have an SSD, so that kind of does, that would mitigate some of those load times. There is a story here. It's kind of whatever. Kind of not why you come to this game, but for those looking for lore, there definitely is lore between the rabbits and the dogs and the mice and whatnot. Basically, there's a slave trade going on, and your character is discovering that and trying to take it down, more or less. So yes, it has been 9 years since they started working on this game. It is a 3D action game, kung fu rabbit thing. It's weird. It's really weird. I have a knife. It's really weird. But there is, or you can get into a bit of a stealth thing here, where if you're not in the line of sight of these other enemies, and there are a handful in this stage, you can totally stealth choke them out, which is fantastic. We're going to do that right here before you get into the actual combat of... Hello! Get over here, and then... Yup. You're done. Sorry. Sorry. They will come investigate bodies if they're left out in the open, so that is definitely a thing to be concerned about. But also, I'm just going to get into some straight combat here. So I have a knife, and I'm going to run over here and be like, "What's up, bro?" Oh, what's that? So the combat is literally, you're holding the right trigger. So the punches and kicks are automatic, and that it takes a little bit of getting used to. Left trigger will dodge, and also you can jump kick, and the jump kick is super effective. Like, it's one of the easiest parts of this game to kind of just mash through and just jump kick fools until they die. And then anything on the ground, you can totally pick up and get back your weapon. So you can use that to stab, and you can use that to attack with, but... Ah, crap. I thought you were dead. I thought you were dead. But anything that you can do, so can your enemies. So ideally, you want to deal with it as such. Now then, we've handled that bit of business, but we aren't done here in this stage just yet. So yes, basic controls here is your right trigger just auto punches and auto kicks, and it depends on the stance you are holding. Right bumper crouches. Left trigger is your reversal / throw / deal, and you can totally disarm guys that have knives. X is to throw, but there's no enemy to throw at right now. You can put away the knife with A. You can jump with right bumper and kick with right trigger. So, essentially, those are your controls. And it's pretty fluid. Like, everything feels really good. But also, this whole thing itself is just kind of crazy. So that guy has a sword. That will totally one-shot us if we aren't careful. Everything kind of, more or less, auto-locks on. So it definitely is a matter of positioning and doing things in a certain way. So we're gonna do this, and then do that, and then we just died. We just died. So again, it very much has a skip this. It very much has that kind of a Bushido Blade style quality to it, where it is 100% on your positioning and 100% on your just getting in that hit at the right time in the right way. And I have beaten the stage before, so I think that if I can take out the Sword Man, if I can deal with the Sword Man first, then perhaps I can use the sword on the other enemies. I don't know that I can choke out this guy. Or at least I haven't tried yet. We'll try it. We'll try it. I will get behind him. I will get on... Choke! No, it's just a throw. But I got a sword! I got a sword! Okay. I'll take that. I will take that. Now, pretty much, I can just run up with some fools here. Just through this grass. Oh! I think he saw the sword. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Done. Done. And yes, you can totally throw the sword. It's like, hello, chunk. Oh, he caught it. I didn't know they could catch it. Oh, Jesus. I didn't know they could catch it. That is news to me. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Don't die. Oh, I'm on fire. I'm on fire. And I died. So again, this game's really cool. Alright, roll when you're on fire. I didn't know that would happen. Okay, so now I know I can totally get this guy's sword. And then perhaps be a bit more careful with his sword. I got a little bit too gung-ho with that dude's sword. So, you're not invincible, and definitely don't throw it, because they could totally catch it. I didn't even know they could do that. So, again, whatever you can do, they can also do. Which is really cool in most video games. Like, I always appreciate that kind of stuff. So, I'm going to do this, and then take it, and then boom! You dead. You dead. Now, to be a little bit more careful this time. So, you can approach these scenarios in any number of ways. Whether or not you want to go stealth or loud, you have that option to kind of do it at your own discretion. And there are mods, there are entire campaigns that are in mods that give you the option to just go in and play through it non-lethally, which is always cool. Having options is always... You're done, son. Uh-oh. Somebody spotted a dead body. They are not happy about that whole bit of business. So, yes, they will go investigate. And you're coming right where I want you. Ah, son! What's up? Oh, what happened to your friend? What? Oh, I think he saw me. What happened to your friend is gonna happen to you. You're done. Sorry. Oh, okay. Sure. Hey, dog bro. You are also done. Is that it? Is that everybody? Who still wants some? They don't want none. No. So, there we go. And then you get some more story, and then you get a boss. So, I totally have this boss fight now, and I'm going to just kind of skip the story, and then just get wrecked. Just get wrecked. So, thankfully, it is pretty instant. And, alright, I need definitely, let's try throwing. Nope, that was the wrong button. That was the wrong button. So, let me get some distance here first. And then, throw! Haha! But he's wearing armor, so that's kind of a problem. But again, if you totally abuse the jump kick, that can be a good thing. Or you can totally get screwed. Ah, crud. So if I can get jump kick the sword away from him, then I'd be okay. But right now, the game is just whooping on me pretty hard here. But again, I like the one-hit kill stuff. Like, I think that's really cool, and that's been missing in games with swords for quite some time, pretty much since Bushido Blade. And I loved Bushido Blade, so that is definitely much appreciated. There we go. I can keep doing that. And kicking this fool. So now he's got no sword. But he'll go and pick it up, which is awesome. But also, I'm dead again. So I squandered my opportunity there. I squandered it. Man, come on now. Let's see if we can't handle this, bro. This dog. What? Oh, he threw a sword in my face! How cool is that? Press LT before impact to catch or deflect projectiles. I'm not finished with you. Clearly. Nope. He's just too strong. Too strong. You want to just get these kicks in as fast as you can. Because... Oh no! That was... I grappled onto the thing as part of my climbing thing, my parkour thing. That was not what I had intended to happen. So there you go. There you go. Just two well-placed kicks to Mr. Dogface here. and I win. And that was how a stage works in the single-player mode here in Overgrowth. I'm going to hop in here a little bit longer before I hop into some other stuff. But you definitely have different ways to approach things. You have... I haven't even gotten into your skills in climbing. You can kind of just wall run and jump on stuff. And you are a rabbit, so obviously you jump pretty freaking good. Pretty freaking... Hey, buddy. What happened? What even was that? And then you fight. And then you fight. Nope. There we go. And they will totally take fall damage, as will you. So, important thing to deal with and realize how this stuff works. But there are a bunch of guys in here, and you can, be careful, or you could not be careful. Or I could get stuck on that and totally get flung across the stage, which was kind of glitchy, but still kind of cool. So, oh no, there's 3 of y'all. That's not a fair fight. That's not a fair fight at all. So again, there's no real checkpointing there. It's just you die, and guess what? You do it again. But generally, I found it to be very enjoyable. Like, dudes die pretty quickly. So you get kind of a wall run and vault, and you can get around pretty well on these stages because you're pretty fast. Because you are a rabbit, so you can kind of plan your attack however you feel necessary to deal with these obstacles in your way. But enough of this stuff, which I think is fantastic. And I know there are complaints from folks who follow this game for 9 years that it's not long enough or it's not comprehensive enough, but I'm just kind of curious, like, the game itself seems like they built a cool engine, and they built a cool, like, functional piece of that. Whether or not people will mod more interesting things into it remains to be seen, but for me, I think, the Versus mode, which is a local multiplayer thing right now, the Versus mode is what I would definitely spend time in, because look, it's basically you get a sword and it's a one-hit kill, and that's so cool. But you have the option to pick it up and then throw it, and again, one hit. And I love Bushido Blade so much, and there has not been a good successor to a game like Bushido Blade in such a long time. So I really appreciate this stuff, and I think anybody could pick it up and play it, because you aren't memorizing combos. It's all positional, right? So it depends. Are you crouched? You do a different thing. Are you standing up? Are you jumping? It's all different. But it's just, okay, one button to attack, one button to pick up, one button to throw. Like, it's super simple once you know what the buttons do. So you also have an arena mode here, which is kind of like endless waves of enemies to fight over and over again. You've got a handful of sandbox levels that include exploring and some enemies and that kind of stuff. Like, we'll load up red shards here, so you can get into some more parkour type stuff if you're into the Mirror's Edge style running and jumping, and that kind of thing is fun and functional. You got a wall run and that kind of thing, and there's stuff up there as go get there. How do you get there? How do you climb? How do you not screw it up? Basically, and that's pretty enjoyable if that is what you were looking for in this. And again, they built an interesting engine here, and I think the engine is versatile enough to support a lot of different kinds of video games, and I totally botched that jump. And so, one of the largest campaigns in the mod thing is Therium 2, and I'm just going to kind of hop in here to just a stage. I'm not going to go into the whole bit of the story stuff, but there is story stuff in here. But I feel like the main question here is going to be, is this worth paying $30 for? And to me, that entirely depends on just how much you want to get into the mod stuff, and just how much of the mod stuff is going to come over from the mod databases of the world onto the Steam Workshop. Because again, it's been around for like 9 years, so there's been a bunch of mods that just aren't on Steam Workshop yet. That would be, good to have and good to play as such. But having skipped that bit of story, I have no idea what I'm supposed to be doing right now. But that's kind of besides the point. The point is, I think the combat here is kind of the draw, and the combat I think is really cool. And it is definitely doing something different than I've ever seen before in a game. So, got your knife, bro. Got your knife, bro. Now you can stab. Now what? Oh, he's kicking back. He's kicking back. I'm trying to parry him or do a throw. It's not. There we go. And then I just stabbed him right in his bunny head, And guess what? You're done, son. You're done, son. So yes, this is Overgrowth, out now on the various digital platforms like Steam. The price is $30, and again, whether or not you feel this is going to be worth that price to you might depend on how much you want to get into the various mods. That I have heard the campaign itself is not super long, but if folks keep making more cool stuff for this, then I will definitely keep playing more cool stuff for this. So I'm Attack Slug. Thanks for watching. More videos every day. And I'll see you next time right here on this channel. And I'm out.